Hello. Don't you hate it when you're sitting in an audience and the person in front of you keeps moving their head side to side, so you have to move your head side to side to match? Well, it's a problem with Blender too, at least with motion tracking. When a feature gets obstructed, Blender will stop tracking. Depending on what's in the footage though, one solution is to track something else until the original feature is visible again. Before I show that, let's first take a look and see what your project may look like if you don't have a good tracker established. So on screen right now, I'm in the motion tracking workspace and I have a single tracking marker set up right here. I've selected the corner of this rectangular square as the feature. If I press play, you'll see that for the most part it's fine, except that one section right around here where that pole is obstructing the view of the corner. So we can track fine up until that point, and then there's a gap in the tracking, and then once it was visible again, I re-established the tracking marker and was able to complete tracking till the end of the scene without any problems. So now that we've seen how the tracking marker is set up with this gap in the tracking right here because of that obstruction, let's go ahead and see how that impacts our results. So I'll go over to the video editing workspace. Here I've imported the movie clip to which I've enabled 2D stabilization, and as I scrub through, you can see this first part here before the obstruction looks pretty smooth. From here on I'm going to use the arrow keys. You can see as I start going frame by frame over here though, you can see it acts strangely. It's having some kind of jittering back and forth effect, which we definitely don't want. I've turned on 2D stabilization so that it would look smooth, but in fact we get quite the opposite because at that obstruction point we're not tracking anything, and that is our result. So that's 2D stabilization. When it comes to something like rotoscoping, let's flip over to the compositing workspace. Here, what I've done is I've added the Blender logo right at that top of the rectangle. And here I'll just kind of click through here. You can see it looks good up until we get to the obstruction point. And over here, you'll see that it actually doesn't move at all. So from this point, it just stays where it was until the tracking marker is reestablished, and at that point it just snaps back into place. So again, not the sort of results we would want to have. So what can we do about the feature obstruction? Well, if there is another feature in the footage that moves in a similar fashion to the one you've been tracking, you can temporarily switch to this other feature until your original feature is no longer obstructed. And we can do this in Blender by making use of tracker offsets. Let's go back into the motion tracking workspace so we can see how that works. So I'll click in here, and we are right now at the point where the obstruction started. So this is the part that we need to fix. It was good up until here, and I'm scrubbing through because we're looking now for something else that we can track while the obstruction is in place. And as I scrub through, it appears that what we can do is use the red box as a substitute. It seems to move about the same manner. When we try doing this, if after the obstruction is cleared and our tracking marker is pretty much where it ought to be, that's a very good indicator that it was a good selection. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'll just use the arrow keys here to switch over. Okay, so we've identified what we want to try using. Let's do it now. I'm going to start by zooming in over here so I can see better. And now to start creating the offset, we're going to press the G key twice. The first time we press it, it'll be just like normal where we're doing a grab and move. And you can see we have a solid line. If I press it a second time, Blender will switch it to a dotted white line that tells you you're doing an offset. And now we can go ahead and position the marker exactly where we want it. So here I'm going to position it at the bottom left corner and then left click to release. And there, our offset is in place. Now if I go to the right hand side here and scroll down, with the marker panel opened up, you can see we have an offset here, and these are the values that takes us from our original point over to up here. And that's pretty much it. From here, we can start tracking. To do that, it'll be tracking as usual. Before we do that though, I'm going to adjust the speed of it. So I'll take it down to a quarter speed, the slowest one available, just so we can see it in action. Otherwise, it'll be too fast. So here we go. We're going to track. And you can see it's working all right. And what we're going to find actually is that it will just keep tracking. Like Blender doesn't know that the obstruction is clear. We can stop it at this point, or we can actually let it keep going. But here I'm going to stop it. Okay, now it's stopped. And we can see it still looks like it's working okay. So I'm going to clear the offset now. And to do that, I'm just going to go right into these fields and type 0 into each one. And see, that pretty much brings us back to where we were. That worked out really well. Now, if I zoom this back out and I just scrub around, you can see that looks pretty good. Let's see how that looks in the compositing. So I'll flip over here and jump back over to this point. Let's see. So we'll just click through. Yeah, you can see it's actually tracking now, as expected. Looks good. Let's try the 2D stabilization. Okay, so we'll jump back over to here and just kind of click through. And nope. But it does certainly look like the jittering is still happening, right? So what we need to do to get Blender to recognize the changes that we made is to delete this movie clip strip and just add it back in. So let's go ahead and do that. I will jump back to the first frame. Okay, that's over there. I will delete this strip and I will add it back in. That's the clip, that's this one. Enable 2D stabilization. Okay, and then let's jump back over here and just use the arrow keys to see how that looks. That's looking better. Yeah, so if I hit spacebar, you can see much smoother, and that's it. So that's the overall process, and we see it works well here with this computer graphic. Let's go ahead and see this on a real video. So I'm going to switch over to another file. That's this one. Some footage that I took while I was at Grouse Mountain in BC. What I've done is I've tracked this point, which looks like a building in the distance. Let me just hit the play button. You can see what's going on here. So it's tracking it fine up until this point where the tracking will stop. And it stops because of the gondola that comes down. But then there's a whole bunch of other things, all of the structure that also gets in our way. So for the purposes of this demonstration, what I'll do is just show you how to handle the offset for this first one. Okay, let's get to it. So we're right over here. This is where it stops. To try to figure out the substitute, let's zoom in a bit and observe what else we can see. Because this point I'm tracking is all the way in the distance, as I look, it appears that this section right here, it just appears as a white line right over here, and it does seem to match in terms of the movement there compared to what I have been tracking. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go all the way up until the point where tracking stops, actually just before, so right there. Okay, and I'm going to zoom in again, and here, let's see, so are we down over here? We can see offset is 0, 0. All right, so as with the first example, we're going to create that offset by just pressing the G key twice. First one is for normal movement. I press G again. Now we're doing offsets, and as I move this around, you can see in those fields that the values are changing, and I'm just going to position it right over here. Okay, and that's it. This time, let's just set this to real time and see how well that works. And we'll go ahead and track. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit before we do that. And track. So you can see it looks like it's working fairly well, so it's still showing that it's tracking about that area. But then we hit this other obstacle to our view, and now it's broken. So at this point, we could bring it back over. Let's do that. So go back one. Okay, and then we'll go down here and set our offset to 0, 0. And how does that look? If we scroll all the way to the top, this is what it looks like right now compared to, let's see over here, how did it look before the break? Roughly the same, right? Hard to say really, it's so far away, but it's about there. Not bad. If I were to apply 2D stabilization to that, that ought to be pretty good. So that's it, how you can use offsets to handle feature obstructions when you are trying to track something inside of Blender. I hope you liked that. If you did, please do give this a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you can get notifications and such when I ever do upload more content to this channel. Thanks and have a nice day.